Hey everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We're here with Junk Journal Round Robin day number 21. So if you are unfamiliar, please check the description box where you will see that I've linked to my two friends that I've swapped with. And we're doing a month-long ephemera challenge using each other's stuff. So let's see what Shell sent me. Interesting. Has a nice feel to it. Oh, nice. This is like a Chinese brush painting. How lovely is that? Oh, this paper feels so good. It's that nice paper, like rice paper. Oh, that's so pretty. Beauteous. I think I'm going to feel guilty no matter what I do with this for changing it at all. But we are here for chaos and ephemera making, right? So let's create a bit of both. Let's see what Mary Ellen sent me in her cute little penguin envelope. Okay. Da-da-da. Oh, fun. Okay, this is so fun. These are paper bread tags. They also come on milk in Canada. They come in both plastic and paper, and these ones are nice paper. I love these. I've done some printing with these before, and I really enjoyed it. So we have 5 of them, and you know, I think something has been happening to me lately where I'm letting one part of these two things that I get sort of influence the number of things that I make, and I kind of love that. So let's look at this because I think that these will certainly serve that purpose really well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so 4 and 4. And then we've got some slightly skinnier bits. I'm really feeling like tags today. Would anybody opposed to tags? Somehow I don't think so. Let's cut this down the middle here. Okay. So I've got this option of making like this fun, like foldy bit like this. That would be a nice piece of ephemera because I feel like you could write on this, you know? And I just need like, yeah, like if I fold that this way and keep it all foldy, this would be kind of like nice folded paper bits. But then if I add something to the front, like I suspect I will, I'm going to want to back it because it'll be too thin. So I think what I'll do is I'll take one of these and put it in my stash, and then I'll have 4 left to make 4 projects. That would be good. So let's determine what pieces we want to use, how we want to do this. I'm going to just go with this one as one. That's a good, I'd say, width. Have it go a little shorter, itty bit. Yeah, 1. And 2. And honestly, the rest of this paper will go in my scraps because it's just nice for collaging. So 2. I think I'm going to take off that foldy bit. That can go in my stash. 3. And 4. Okay. I'll make this a little shorter. Okay. And this one, same thing from the bottom. Okay, I'm going to scour my books for a moment for additional content to use with this. So I just kind of grabbed the first book I saw, which is the Book of the Sandman and the Alphabet of Sleep. And I think I'm going to make some tags with these fun, sleepy characters in here. So let's see who we begin with. Oh. Shell, look, we have a sleeping elephant. I actually quite don't like most monkeys. I know that's weird. I just don't. They give me the heebie-jeebies. A toad! Why would they put a toad on the back of this cute teddy bear when I could only use one of them? Come on. That's stressful. He's beautiful. He's also beautiful. A teddy with a teddy. Come on. You guys, why? Okay. Let's just set that aside and we'll come to a decision later. Oh, Buns. Buns is cute. Let's go with Buns. 2. Too big. Too many monkeys in here. Also, this lady's teeth scare me. Like, they're bizarre. Bizarrely huge. Oh, yeah, he's cute. Let's go with 3 him. Maybe we'll do 2 of these cutie nomies. Yeah. On a donkey. Alright. Okay, so I need that, and I need a couple more things. Give me 1 sec. Okay, so I just had to go and get I wanted some like red to go with this. I think that would be nice as like a topper. So I need to cut these out, all these bits that we're going to be using here. Maybe I could have done that during the break. I still could take another break. Let's see. I'll just see how quickly I can cut these out. So I hope you're having a good day. I am filming today at the end of my day, kind of like it is evening. For some reason I really associate Junk Journal Round Robin with like the morning, because I watch it every morning with a cup of tea or coffee, and I just relax for the first half hour before my work day, or the first hour usually before my work day, and then I get to watch my friends' videos, and that's fun. Oh, this is so cute. We can keep that for something else. Very nice. I don't know. I think there will always be some part of me that goes back to like the time during lockdown when I was doing like ephemera, and then we started doing this, and like, yeah, just a lot of good chill kind of stuff happened then. I think I've said it before, like there's a lot that I miss about that time, but one of the things that I miss was when there was more empathy and the world didn't feel so like demanding. I find like a lot of things are feeling very obnoxious these days, like things like the demand for people to go back to the office to work, when like I think we're 10 times more functional at home, and like not having to do that horrible commute and sit in an uncomfortable office for like the whole day and get a ton less work done. But you know, managers need to feel important, so that's why we gotta do it. It's very annoying. The trouble is that the price of everything, the cost of everything, including cars and gas and everything in life, has gone up except for people's wages. So, you know, the demand on people is a lot too much, I would say. And to be the same company who wants you to show up to work that also doesn't want to give you any kind of a increase or a bonus or anything like that, even a living increase, even though their stocks keep going up. I don't know, I feel way too adult these days. Kind of over it. Toad. I'm not even going to think about the bear that I lost in that cutting out experience. But that's okay, because now we're on to this jammy hair. I I love hares. They always look so serious. It's like bunnies are the marshmallows of the long-eared genus, and then like hares are like, they're all about business. They're just very, except that they're also like so funny. Like, even though they look real serious, they're such funny guys. Like, I love how they play, and like how they jump really hard, and how they like stomp their feet. I had a dwarf rabbit when I was a kid, and it was the cutest thing ever. My father named him Roger because he's creative like that. And so yeah, he would run behind our couch, and he would want you to chase him. So he'd run behind the couch, and then he would stomp his feet. And then he would, like, if you took much longer than about like 2 seconds, he would come and he would peek around the edge of the couch and check if you were coming after him. Because the game was like, you know, we would like, he would do his thing. He would go behind the couch, and like, let's say like this is the couch. Okay, so he'd be back here, and then he would go like stomp, and then he'd expect you to come from this side. So he'd go over here and he'd peek around, he'd look for you, and then he'd see you coming, and he would run this way. But if you came that way, he would go that way. So like, you'd be like chasing him around the couch, and like, eventually you would just stop and start laughing because like, he was so funny. So then he would run up to you, and if you were like, I was usually sitting on the floor because like, I'd kind of be crawling around when I was chasing him, and so he would run up to you and jump and like slap your back with both of his paws, and then off he would go again running. He loved being chased around, like gently, you know, not like high speed crazy or anything, but he absolutely loved it. It was so much fun. And then when you were like kind of tired out and you knew you weren't going to chase him anymore, he would just come and he would sit on your lap. It was so cute. I miss him. He was adorable. He's a little white rabbit with red eyes. Little dwarf guy. I've had 2 rabbits in my life. I had one a few years ago that I ended up giving to my cousin because she had no pets, and I had too many responsibilities, and she really, really wanted a pet. And it was actually during the time of lockdown, and like, she couldn't get a pet at that time. It was actually very hard to get a pet during the pandemic because like, everybody was getting pets, and pets became this like thing, right? Like, it was hard to get your hands on a pet. And I hope that those pets during the pandemic, you know, that they are still with their people, because like, you never want to get a pet to like solve a problem or like for a holiday or something, right? Because it's more likely that it's not a decision that's being made responsibly, like for the right reasons. So like, yeah, but she still has my pudding bunny, and she loves him. All right, so let's get going on these. I need this. This is the right side. Yeah, we're going to glue it on this side. There we go. Just kind of make the bases here of this project. Actually, I don't really mind if there's those wrinkles. I could pull them out, but I kind of like a little wrinkly. Now, I don't think I can glue over this Pendaflex because, well, actually, I think I'm fine because it's not going to show once I've glued down, you know, my foreground thing. But if I wasn't gluing anything else on there, I probably would not glue on top because this is a little bit translucent, this paper. You can see through. See? Not a little bit, a lot actually. So I've got to keep that in mind when I use that one. Okay, so we'll cut these 2 out. Okay. I can fit this one is too, yeah, too big. I'm going to bring this one a little more narrow. And then we'll cut the bottom off also. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I was actually going to get my daughter this this screen that kind of works this way, like one of these Chinese ink brush like tableaus, but like it was water-based, so it came with one of those Chinese ink brushes and a basin for water, and it was like this white screen, and it kind of worked almost like an Etch-a-Sketch in that like it would disappear. So like it was a screen and then you could paint on it, and it was like creating art for the purpose of mindfulness, but then it would disappear. So I thought about it and I almost got it for her, but then I was like, you know what, I better check with her to see if this idea actually appeals or not, because I have this suspicion she's going to feel like, you're meaning to tell me I just did all of this painting and now it's gone, it just dries and goes away. And I was actually right. So I'm glad I didn't just go ahead and get it. So this one is really cute. It's got those houses and I don't want to block those completely. Maybe my little sweet pea here can go on this one. That would be a good idea. I'll be looking out at the little houses. This toad is so sweet. I just love toads so much. They're just the greatest living things ever. Okay. Come here. Now we're going to put you right here like this. Oh, Lord have mercy, I'm talking to a piece of paper. It's been a long day, kind of. It's going to be a long week because I am having to finish up some things before I take a little bit of time off. Not a lot of time, just a little bit, but I just have lots of people that depend on me for various things, much to my unhappiness. Okay, I want to see if it might be cute to fold this over like so, and then we would attach the bread tie together like that and give that a stitcheroo. I think that would be sweet. Yep. Okay, let's set that one aside. That's going to be the plan for these. So the next one is this one. I think I'll put our yeah, we'll go with him on here. That would be nice, because I don't mind covering up a good amount of that. I really want that lantern that he's got to be on here, so because I feel it's like he's out in the dark maybe, and we don't really have a concept of, it's like I want the lantern but I want the pom-pom too. I'll take a little of both. That's fine. Oops, I got a little bit of glue there. And the brown ink from that book. So I think it's fun to just go harvest from your book stash when you are making ephemera in this way, because then you sort of set a theme, right? Set a tone. Like going into my books and finding these guys was like really fun. And this has now kind of set the tone for this whole day of creating round robin projects. I think I really am loving the ephemera that I'm making this go. Not that I don't usually. I think I usually do. Because it takes me on all these little adventures. I make different stuff, and like also I get to work in a bunch of different themes, which is fun. Yeah. Cut your bum off. Sorry about that, bunny. There we go. Oh. I love his face. It's just so grumpy. Okay. And then this last one, I think I'll probably lose a little of Donkey's legs because I just want to save some of the nice background. I'm not going to cover those trees too much. Oops, glue blob. Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, get that in a tag here. Whee! I just need to trim a little tiny titch off his finger. That's better. All right, now, the last of those. So I'm going to go to the sewing machine and stitch these, and then I will come right back and we'll finish them up. So these are stitched around, and I think I'm going to go with a little bit of mustard seed Distress Oxide right around the edges here. I kind of think that would be a nice different color. It's warm, and it's also the color that is used in the Sandman book around a lot of these images. So you see like there's yellow there, and there's a bit of yellow halo around all of them in the book. And I think it'll go nice with the lantern and this idea of like maybe they're out venturing about in like the dark, even though the page is white, because it's like, you know, black and white kind of inking. Maybe it's also a little bit like, okay, time to get up, sleepyheads. The sun's rising. Okay. We put this away in my bin here. All right, let's take a look at these. I think they're fun. 4 tags for today from the Sandman book, and these lovely bits that I was sent by Mary Ellen and Shell. So yeah, that is my project for today. I just hope I can like slow-mo through this. I'm so sad we're getting close to the end. Anyways, thank you for joining me again, and I hope you will check out my friends Shell and Mary Ellen, who sent me these lovely bits and bobs to work with, and you can see what I sent to them and the video that they're making. So please check the description box. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.